Hey, it's Hannah. We're here at All In Gym today. We are going to do a hamstring and glute workout with Miss Ayla. I am fighting a little bit of a cold, so bear with me. We're excited to have you along. Let's get started. So Ayla's first movement is going to be a lying dumbbell leg curl. We're keeping everything 4 sets. We're going to keep it in the hypertrophy range, doing 8 to 12 reps. So lying dumbbell leg curl here is going to help you learn a slower tempo, because if you go too fast, you're going to lose the dumbbell. So here we're focusing on a slow tempo. Good time under tension, getting that full range of motion. Ayla's fully lengthening her legs and then contracting back to her hips, squeezing her hamstrings. All right, so we're moving into an elevated dumbbell glute bridge. Feet elevated here makes it a little bit more difficult than if your feet were flat, because it's increasing your range of motion, which is increasing the time under tension and the amount of work that your glutes are doing. So Ayla's gonna load it up on her hips, make sure her hips are getting all the way up under her, squeezing her glutes up at the top. All right, we're moving on to a belt squat RDL. Here we're focusing on stretching out your glutes and hamstrings. This is a hip hinge movement. So Ayla's focusing on keeping her head and chest up. She's driving her hips back towards the wall, slight bend in her knees here. She's squeezing her glutes at the top. So this is a hybrid between a stiff leg deadlift and a deadlift. All right, we're moving into an elevated sumo squat. So once again here, we're increasing the range of motion, increasing time under tension, the amount of work your glutes and hamstrings are doing. Ayla is keeping her head and chest up here, all the way down, squeezing her glutes up at the top. All the elevation is doing is helping you get past where the floor would be if you were doing it just on the ground. All right, for our last exercise today, we are doing a front foot elevated dumbbell reverse lunge. So here we're focusing on keeping our upper body forward, and you want to get your leg back as far as you can so you're stretching out your glute and hamstring. wraps up our hamstring and glute day. Miss Ayla did a fantastic job. If you have any questions, hit us up on social media, or if you're local, stop by and see us. And as always, let's get better together.